Oh, too bad. The other questions then they weren't picked up. So we're looking at, oh my God, yeah, piercing, Maria Qabtia, and all those. Okay. We are supposed to be patient. Oh, we finished that one. We know that magic is real, but we also know that life and death is only in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hands. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew beforehand that that person was going to be killed by magic. All right. So nobody does anything without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knowing. All right. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew beforehand that that person was going to die through magic, or that person was going to die through an evil eye or whatever. All right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew that beforehand. That's it. Let's do another question.
So if they die like that, are they considered as shaheed? Because
they're not considered as shaheed. Dying from magic is not shahada.
Because they're not dying the natural death. They're getting killed.
Shahada is only in specific things, such as dying in stomach cancer,
they say
in burning. No, not all cancers, only abdominal.
Okay.
So abdominal meaning something in the stomach. Whether we're talking about liver cancer, I don't know, stomach, whatever it is, and kidney, all those are considered as part of the stomach. All right, or drowned, that's a shaheed, or somebody that died because their ceiling fell on them or stuff like that. So this is, the shaheed is specific.
So what is
right? There's no qiyas.
abdominal in the liver?
No, the liver isn't the abdomen.
It's part of the body.
Yeah, it's part of the body. This is the stomach. So if anybody dies for any disease that involved the stomach, all right, then this would be a shaheed. All right, let's continue. How did previous? Oh, let's do that one. Can a person die from an effect of an evil eye? Is there an authentic hadith about it? Yes, there is an authentic hadith. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ actually said in the hadith that is authentic that many people actually die because of evil eye. So yes, somebody can die from evil eye. How did the previous prophets and generations worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when there was no salah? For every single nation there was salah, but the way they performed the salah, meaning the details of it, differed from one nation to another. Right? Differed from one nation to another. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the same rak'ah sujood style that we do. All right. Since magic is haram, can kids watch Harry Potter or other related movies which shows magic and related topics for entertainment? I don't worry much about magic as much as I worry all the different indoctrination that is in those movies. Magic, I know that the child is aware that, at least, that this magic is all a fake thing. But what I worry more about is the indoctrination that is in that movie, such as in akhlaq, in aqidah, in manners, etc. All of that, imitating that lifestyle as normal and normalizing that lifestyle, it is a bigger fitna than magic. So when we talk about these movies, I would more care to ask not about magic, but care to ask more about all that lifestyle that we're absorbing, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, whether it's zina, whether it's drinking, whether it's killing, whether it's swearing, profanity. That is a bigger harm than magic, because magic is still viewed, even in this community, as fake. And even the magic that is brought in those movies, or portrayed in those movies as more of something that was a trick or something like that. So I would more be concerned about the lifestyle of the other kaba'ir, killing, profanity, stealing, disrespect for parents, shirk. That's a lot more dangerous than the magic that is put in there. I have rarely seen anybody wanting to imitate the magic lifestyle as much as I saw people wanting to imitate the other lifestyles and normalize the other haram things that are in there. So just I guess I'm flipping the question a little bit. If we see unfairness or injustice being done to us, are we supposed to be quiet and patient and consider it qadar? I think I answered that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did, okay. When we make dua, can we say all good deeds we have done and ask from him on those deeds' behalf? Oh, absolutely. In fact, there's actually a hadith. When 3 men were blocked in a cave, and the first man made the dua and said, Ya Allah, you know that I was respecting my parents and doing all that for my parents. And if you know that Allah, that I did it only for you, then let this rock that blocked us in the cave open up. And the other guy that wanted to sexually abuse his cousin and take advantage of her monetary needs. And then he said, well, he left her because she told him that he must only do it through marriage. And then the final one, that man that had some money left for a poor man that was working, that was a laborer, and then he later gave it, or later invested that money for him and gave him all the investment for him, even though the money that he had left behind was really just a few pennies. So then he said, if you know that I did it for you, then let this rock open. It opened on all 3. So making dua on behalf of those good deeds is actually permissible.
Question on that
Yes.
one. If you're using those duas using your deeds in your duas, are you utilizing it? Like, is it still valid on the Day of Judgment, or?
It's still valid on the Day of Judgment. You're doing it, you're saying it between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All right? You're saying it between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Like, okay,
What you are saying, it's not that you're saying, Ya Allah, I did this, and you're bragging about it, but you're actually saying, Ya Allah, I'm doing it just for your sake. All right, I'm doing it just for your sake, and this deed was done for your sake. You know that I did it for your sake. Ya Allah, give me the dua and answer my dua for doing this for your sake. Can we express to our kids all favors we have done for them in order for them to listen to us and do good deeds to us in return? That's actually a very good question. In general, this is part of disciplining the kids, in where you're reminding them the blessings that the family or the mother and father have over their kids, in order to appreciate. And sometimes, sometimes it's, remind others of the good things, because it might be a reminder for them. It might remind the children one day that mom is the one that was pregnant with me. She was the one that was taking care of me, etc. Just so that it would be something that, just remind them. Maybe this will help them see the world and see the blessings of having their parents around them. And it's not bragging, but it's disciplining in them the birr, the love for parents, the respect for parents, by seeing the eulogy, the good things that their parents had given them. So it's actually not haram. Let me, because this was not recorded, let me really quick answer. Okay, I guess they're doing it again right now. You wanted to say something?
To these kids, to tell them something like that, oh mom, it's not our part, why you bring me this world?
That's not what?
It's not our part, why you bring me to this world? So
Like, why did you bring me to the world?
Why did you bring me to this world? So, right. First of all, you were just a tool to let them come into this world, and it's actually the ni'mah, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was telling us that it can be a ni'mah, life can be a ni'mah and can be a niqmah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His adl, He is just, and He's bringing you, and you have to decide what you want to be like. So they're gonna turn on the microphone, and it's gonna take forever. So wassalamu alaykum.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. استووا استقيموا الله أكبر.
So did they start?
Yeah,
Oh.